Hello class 9th. Hope you all are concentrating in your studies. Now this is the last video of biology before half yearly exam, and in this video we will revise the chapter 3, that is your flower. So let's discuss first what is flower.
Now, what is flower? Flower is the most attractive, brightly colored and conspicuous part of the plant, and it helps in sexual reproduction, and later it forms what? Fruit and seeds. Now, what are the main parts of flower? Actually, a flower is attached with the stem and or its branches with the help of stalk, and what that stalk is called? Pedicel. The stalk of flower is called pedicel, while the stalk of leaf is called what? Petiole. And if a flower is without stalk, without pedicel, then it is called sessile. So what is sessile flower? The flower without stalk or without pedicel, right? Then the swollen part of that pedicel is called what? Thalamus. This swollen part of pedicel. This is your pedicel, and the swollen part of pedicel is called what? Thalamus. Now, in general, a flower has main four whorls. First is called calyx, that is your sepal. Second is called corolla, that is your petals. Third is your androecium, and fourth one is your gynoecium. These calyx and corolla, that is your sepal and petals, these are non-essential parts of the flower, while your androecium and gynoecium, these are essential parts of the plant. Now these calyx or sepals, they constitute the outermost and lowermost whorl, and they are mostly what? Small green and leaf-like structures. These sepals or calyx, they may be fused, or means joined together, or they may be free. So on the basis of this one, these calyx are of two types. First is called gamosepalous, means when all the sepals are fused together, then it is called gamosepalous. Gamo means joined, sepalous means sepals, that is your calyx, right? And examples are China rose, sunflower, marigold, etc. Now polysepalous, when all the sepals are free from each other. Poly means free, sepalous means sepals from each other, then they are called polysepalous. Example is your mustard flower, right? Mustard is your sarson. Now, what is the function of calyx? They primarily calyx, they are protective in function during the bud stage. They protect the flower during bud stage, and sometimes they also synthesize food because they are green color. It means they contain chlorophyll. Okay, second whorl is your corolla. Corolla may be free, or they may be fused together. So on the basis of these free or fused petals, they again divide into two categories: gamopetalous and polypetalous. Gamo means joined, petalous means petals. When petals are fused fully or partially, then it is called what? Gamopetalous. And when petals are what? Free from each other, then they are called polypetalous. Now, what is the function of that corolla? Their primary function is your what? They attract the insects and other animals for pollination. And sometimes corolla also what? Actually they encloses and protect your androecium and gynoecium, means your inner third and fourth whorl. They protect and encloses the third and fourth whorl, that is your pistil and what? And stamens. Next is your androecium. Actually, androecium is your third whorl, and they are also called what? Stamens. And each stamen is differentiated into two main parts, that is called filament and anther. And these anther, what is the function of filament? It is a long stalk and support the fertile anther, right? And what is the function of anther? They produce pollen grains. And what are pollen grains? These are male gametes, right? Now, no need to learn this part. Now, next come to your gynoecium. Gynoecium is your what? It is located in the center of the flower in the female, and it is a female reproductive organ, right? And it is also called what? Carpels. Each carpel, sometimes it is also called what? pistils. The free occurring units of carpels in the flower are called pistils. Each pistil or carpel is a flask-shaped structure and it consists of three parts. That is a stigma. This is your what? Stigma. Then style, and this part is called ovary. Stigma is a tip of the carpel which slightly swollen and usually sticky. And what is the function of this stigma? It receives pollen grains for their germination. What is the function of stigma? Receives pollen grain for germination. What is the function of style? This style connect stigma to the ovary. Next is your ovary. It is a swollen basal part of the carpel, and the ovary may divide into either a single chamber or many chambers. And each chamber they contain one or more they contain ovules. And ovules, when they become mature after fertilization, they form zygote, and then later on they form ovules. They form seed, right? Okay, now depending upon the presence of all these four whorls or absence of these whorls, now flowers are classified on the following types. First is a complete flower. If all four whorls are present, then the flower is called complete flower, like your hibiscus, China rose. It is also called China's rose. Incomplete flower, if any one or more floral whorls are missing in the flower, then it is said to be incomplete flower. And that incomplete flower may be staminate or pistillate or neuter. Staminate means the flower is said to be staminate if the pistil or gynoecium is absent. It means only what it contains. Only it contains stamens. Right? It means it contains only endoecium part. Then it is called staminate. If a flower contain only gynoecium part, then it is called pistillate. Means what is lacking? What is missing? Endoecium is missing. Endoecium is either absent or non-functional. Then and only what is present? Pistil is present. Then it is called pistillate. Just in simple way, you can learn when stamens are present only, then it is called staminate. When pistils are present, then it is called pistillate, right? Next is your neuter. If both stamens and pistils both are absent, right? If then a flower is said to be neuter. If both endoecium and gynoecium are absent, then it is called neuter flower. And what is naked flower? If calyx and corolla are absent, then it is called naked flower. Okay, if both which one are essential parts? Endoecium and gynoecium. If both the whorls are present, then the flower is called bisexual or hermaphrodite, right? If a flower having either only male part or female part, either endoecium or gynoecium, then it is called unisexual flower. Next is your monoecious plant. But suppose you have two plants are there. If both male and female unisexual flowers are present on the same plant, if there is one plant containing male flowers also and female flowers also, then it is called monoecious plant. And if there are two plants, one containing only male flowers and other containing only female flowers, right? Then what it is called? Dioecious plant. But these two plants are called dioecious plant. If two plants, one is containing male flowers, other is containing female flowers, then it is called dioecious plant. And monoecious means only there is one plant containing male flower also and female flowers also, right? Then it is called that plant is bearing unisexual flowers, male flowers also and female flowers also. Then it is called monoecious plant. For example, your cucumber, your cucurbita, now kaddu, lauki, tori, जितनी भी तुम्हारी बेल है ना, they all are monoecious plants because they bear male flowers also and female flowers also, right? And okay, next dioecious, you know that when the male and female flowers are born on different plants, means two plants are there, one bearing only male flower, other bearing only female flowers. Next is your naked flower. The flower is said to be naked if both sepals and petals, means calyx and corolla, both are absent, both are lacking completely. Then they are called, what it is called, naked flower, right? Next is your, what is placentation? Arrangement of placentae within the ovary is called placentation. Actually, you have seen different types of fruits. Some of them they contain 3 placenta, or some of them they contain 5 placenta. So, on the basis of the arrangement of placentae within the ovary is called what? Placentation. Next is your, what is inflorescence? What is inflorescence? Is a branch or branch system bearing clusters of flower in a particular arrangement, then or particular fashion, then it is called what? Inflorescence. Because in different plants the flowers are born, or they are present in different fashion and different pattern, right? Just look at here. So this pattern, or this pattern of flowers is called inflorescence.